In today's tutorial, I will be making this beautiful two-layered flower. For work, I'll be using 2 balls of yarn of different color. For yarn for the center, you also need scissors, a pair of knitting needles, a tapestry needle, and a crochet hook to work the center. Let's begin knitting. For the first layer of petals, there will be large petals. I choose white yarn. To start, cast on 12 stitches with a cable cast on. Make a slip knot. This is the first cast on stitch, and continue until you have 12 stitches. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the last one, 12. Here on my main needle I have 12 stitches. Begin knitting the first row. Knit the H stitch on the beginning, then knit 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and purl the last stitch. Turn, work row 2 wrong side, slip the first stitch purlwise and purl each stitch across. And the last one. Turn, row 3 right side, slip the H stitch on the beginning, then knit the next 3 stitches together. Continue, knit 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and purl the last stitch. Turn, row 4 wrong side, slip the first stitch and purl across. Turn, row 5 right side, slip the H stitch on the beginning, knit till you reach the last stitch, and purl the last stitch. Turn, row 6 wrong side, slip 1 and purl across the row. Now turn, begin row 7 right side, slip the first stitch, and then increase from the next stitch. Make 3 stitches. To do this, knit into the back leg of a stitch, then yarn over and knit into the front leg of the same stitch. Continue, knit 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and purl the last stitch. Turn, row 8, slip 1 and purl each stitch across. Purl into the yarn over and purl the last stitch. Turn, row 9 right side, slip the first stitch, knit each stitch till the last one, and purl the last stitch. Turn, work the last row 10, slip 1 and purl till the end. Now turn to the right and bind off all the stitches by knitting 2 together. Make loose stitches here. Here is our first large petal. Work the next petals following the same instruction. For the second petal, cast on 11 more stitches with the cable cast on to begin working with 12 stitches. I have 6. Continue. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the last one, 12. On the first row, knit the H stitch on the beginning, then knit 10, and purl the last stitch. Turn, work row 2 wrong side, slip the first stitch purlwise and purl each stitch across. Now turn, row 3 right side, slip the first stitch purlwise, then knit 3 together, continue, knit 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and purl the last stitch. Turn, row 4 wrong side, slip the first stitch and purl each stitch across the row. I began knitting the second petal. Continue, work the same as we did the first one. Work until you have 5 petals made. I'm working on my 5th petal. Begin row 7, right side, slip the first stitch purlwise, then increase from the next stitch, make 3 stitches, knit a stitch through the back leg, then do yarn over and knit into the front leg of the same stitch. Continue, knit 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and purl the last stitch to complete the row. Turn, row 8, slip 1 and purl each stitch across. Purl into the yarn over and purl the last stitch. Turn, row 9 right side, slip the first stitch, knit each stitch till you reach the last one, and purl the last stitch. Turn, row 10, slip 1 and purl till the end. This is the last row. Now turn to the right and wind off all the stitches by knitting 2 together. Remember, make loose stitches. We're done knitting. Cut off the yarn, leaving a tail about 20 centimeters long. Pull this last loop through the stitch to secure the end and continue working with the tapestry needle. I threaded the yarn tail into the needle. Now with the needle, go through in each stitch of the petals that comes to the center of the flower. Insert the needle in 2 loops of side stitch. Work in this way all the way till the end. Pull the yarn through these stitches, tightening the center. Once you reach the end, join the last and the first petals together by making a couple of stitches closer to the center. The first layer of petals is ready. There are 5 long petals on this lower layer. Now let's begin knitting the second layer. For the layer of smaller petals, I took dark blue color. To start with the cable cast on, make 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one, 5. And begin knitting the first row. Knit the first stitch of this first row, then knit 3 and purl the last stitch. Turn row 2 wrong side, slip the first H stitch purlwise and knit 4. And the last one. Turn row 3, slip 1, then increase. From the next stitch, make 3 stitches. To do this, knit the next stitch into the back leg, then yarn over and knit the same stitch into the front leg. Increase is made, continue, knit 2 and purl the last stitch. Turn row 4 wrong side, slip 1 and purl 6. Purl into the yarn over. Turn row 5 right side, slip the first stitch, then knit 3 together, then knit 2, 1, 2 and purl the last stitch. Turn row 6, slip the first stitch and purl each stitch across. Turn row 7 right side, slip 1, knit 3 and purl 1. Turn last row 8, slip 1 and purl 4. Now turn to the right side and bind off the stitches by knitting 2 together. Bring this last loop to the main needle to begin knitting the second petal. The second petal works the same way as the first one. Cast on 4 more stitches to begin the work with 5 stitches. Now knit the first stitch of this first row, then knit 3, 1, 2, 3 and purl the last stitch. Turn row 2, slip the first stitch and purl 4, 1, 2, 3 and the last one, 4. Turn row 3, slip 1, then make 3 stitches of this next one. First knit the next stitch into the back leg, then yarn over and knit the same stitch into the front leg. Continue, knit 2 and purl the last stitch. Turn row 4, slip 1 and purl 6. Purl into the yarn over and purl the last stitch. Keep working, complete the second petal and knit 3 more. I'm about to complete the last 5th petal. Work row 3 right side, slip 1, then make 3 stitches of the next one. First knit into the back leg, then yarn over and knit the same stitch into the front leg. Knit 2 and purl the last stitch. Row 4, slip 1 and purl 6. 3, 4, purl into the yarn over and purl the last stitch. Turn row 5 right side, slip 1, then knit the next 3 stitches together, then knit 2, 1, 2, and purl the last stitch. Turn row 6, slip 1 and purl each stitch across. Turn row 7, slip 1, knit 3, purl 1, and the last row slip 1 and purl 4. Turn to the right and bind off the stitches by knitting 2 together. When you're done, cut off the yarn, leaving the tail long enough to form the flower, and pull the last loop all the way through the stitch to secure the end. I threaded the yarn tail into the needle, and now with the needle go through in each edge stitch to tighten the center. Work all the way till the end. Now let's pull the yarn a little more and join the last and the first petals together with 1 or 2 stitches. 1 and the second one to secure. The second layer of smaller petals is ready. Now let's add this second layer to the first one. Just sew them together in the center. My 2-layered flower is ready. I still would like to decorate the center part with fur yarn. Here I double up the yarn, and now I'll be working with a crochet hook through any stitches of my second layer that are closer to the center. Just insert the hook in 2 strands. Take the yarn and pull it through. Then chain 1 and again insert the hook through the next stitch going around the center and work a slip stitch through. Again chain 1 and slip into the next 2 strands. Continue in this way, working around the center. Here is my ready 2-layered flower. The center of your flower you can decorate with a bead or a button. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure to subscribe to our channel for more free tutorials.